So where did the love for music come? Because that's when I first met you. That's what you were doing. You were helping out with worship at church when we first started going there, and you played a few different instruments. So it wasn't just one. I think you at that time kind of would transfer between the bass and electric a little bit. So
I mostly I was a guitar player back. In high school, I had some good friends. And my best friend at the time, and he and I started a band, and that was kind of the catalyst for me learning to play, and we played in bands for all the way almost through college, and I kind of got to the point where when I was in college and I was studying to be an illustrator, to be a painter. And I kind of got to that point, and it was probably maybe between like sophomore, junior year, I would guess, where I had to decide which one of these I was going to invest time in to become good, because I was good enough to get by as a musician. I was good enough to get by as an artist, but I wasn't good enough to be a professional at either one. And as long as I toggled back and forth, I was never going to be good enough to do either one of these things, which I wanted to do for a career. So that's when I decided, and the other side of that is, people would, it's like, oh, you play guitar, are you any good? And I would always say, oh, no. Trust me, I've played with good people. I mean, in living in and around Nashville most of my life, all of my life at the time, I mean, you would not believe the guys that are on their front porch or their back porch or, working as a mechanic and playing music at night that are phenomenal. I mean, absolutely just jaw-dropping, incredible musicians in that area. And it's just something and I guess maybe it's just the environment and all the music and the stimulus, but no, yeah, I am not good. Because I have played with good people, and they are, and people that no one will ever hear of that do, regular Joe Bag of Donuts, that, and so anyway, I knowing that and knowing the level that most of the people, and there was a guy that was in the band at the time, and I'm like, well, I will never be as good as him. And he, and he works for a place that does, wire bending. And it's like, I think I'll kind of chase the art thing. And
since you had to choose between two different things, because sports, like maybe I didn't know if I want to play basketball or baseball, but I could still play both because playing basketball benefited me, baseball athletically. That's things you had to choose so early.
Yeah, I think and I never really thought of it because music was really big in my home. My dad had a little. It was him and a gentleman named Bill Akins, and they would. They started they would sing in church.
Okay.
And
a cappella?
No. Bill played the guitar, and then Bill's brother Steve played electric. I mean, man, Steve was, and again, another one of those guys that you just watch and you're just like, wow, I can never play that good. And these just a little country church, and they were just so good. And so I was always around it, and it was the Louvin brothers and Hank Williams, and just that old, just beautiful, incredible harmonies and the songs that just, as Emmylou Harris would say, that these are, the washed in the blood songs that are just, that you just don't hear anymore. And that was really the way my musical taste evolved, and was the foundation of that, and still is what I think is some of the best music ever created. But it's just how I grew up, and so I've always had that it was always just part of my life.
Hey, thanks for watching this short with us today. And if you like it, check out our full episodes on our channel and website. We'll put those in the links below. And as always, Scott,
like and subscribe, or subscribe and then like, whatever order you want, really.
Whatever order you like.
Yeah.
Thanks.